It's Lou here from SassyMe Hair Extensions. I thought I would come on and share the most commonly asked questions that I get asked within the salon and women who are debating getting tape extensions. So let's deep dive and answer some questions in regards to tapes. Tapes are not only used for volume, but they also do create length. And I think they are a staple extension that can sometimes get forgotten about. I think the thing that scares people in regards to tapes is they feel like we have this thing in our head that when we were little, if we got chewing gum or we got a lolly stuck in our hair, that we had to cut that out. And me, when I started my career 20 years ago and tapes became big and popular, I remember having that thought, like, why would we put a tape in our hair? How are we going to get that out? That is going to cause damage. Well, that's incorrect. If your tapes are installed by a hair extension specialist and removed, you will have no residue or product left in your hair. There will be no damage caused to your hair. The other thing is, people will say during their maintenance appointment when we take the tape out that they can see tiny little hairs sitting in the tape. This is normal. These are the hairs that when you don't have anything in your hair, you wouldn't see falling out. But the fact that there is something sandwiched over your natural hair and that hair has nowhere to fall because it is in between these sandwiches of tape, you're going to see it when we remove the tape. This doesn't mean they have pulled hair, they haven't pulled it from the scalp, it's not causing bald spots. What it is all that is simply the hair fall that you would experience and not see. But we're seeing it that is the number one thing I think that scares people in regards to tapes. Do tapes slip? Yes, they can, and there are many factors to why your tape extensions may slip. If you are oily in your root, if we are excessive sweaters, if the hair is constantly wet and not being dried, that is creating room for slippage. If we are, pulling at our hair while we're shampooing it, if we are using heavy products within the hair containing oils or they're alcohol based and we're putting that to our root, it disrupts the activation of the glue and creates peeling, which causes slipping. So when we do shampoo our hair, and this is with extensions and natural hair, we do not put conditioner on our roots. That is a no-no. Conditioner, leave-in treatments, anything like that is sprayed from our mid-lengths to our ends and away from our roots. Anything that goes on the root that is too heavy will cause oiliness, which then will cause slipping of our tapes, which is not what we want. So that's what we want to avoid, having tape extensions. We want to brush our hair with love. We are here to look after the hair that we are paying for and we are placing in our head. So brushing gently using a soft extension brush is a key factor to looking after and maintaining your hair's health. We want to, at night, we are protecting our hair. We are either sleeping in a bonnet, a silk pillowcase, tying our hair up in a loose plait. All of these prevents tangling, matting, and the breaking down of any bondage at our root. That goes for all extensions, whether it be tape, beading, nanos, and wefts. We do not want friction caused from our pillowcase on our hair, because this will create damage just like it will natural hair. So in fact, throw your cotton pillowcase in the bin, go buy a satin pillowcase, and you will thank me later, because your hair will not be unruly in the morning when you wake up. Or just a scarf tied up, protect our hair, because what happens at night while we're asleep, if we're a rough sleeper, it's constantness on the material, and that's doing our hair no favours at all. Maintenance wise, with tape extensions and any keratin bonding, we are waiting 48 hours until we shampooed. Longer the better. We are waiting for the glue to cure together and set in the hair. Anything sooner, that glue has not set, you're shampooing, the water deactivates, the hair slips out. When we are blow drying, we are using a low heat near the root, because we do not want to heat these tapes. So then when we go in with our styling product, styling straightener or heat curler, we are not touching our tape with the heat of this. Our tools, hot tools, do not go near our tape. Regular adjustments. So maximum in my professional opinion is 8 weeks maximum. Anything longer than that, we are heading down to Matt Town, and that matty mess is not going to be an enjoyable experience for you or your stylist, who needs to then remove not only the tape of the extensions but remove mats. It is not a nice experience for anyone. With the removal of tape, we go in, we use a tape dissolver. It allows us to separate the sandwiches. It will then basically dissolve all the tape through the hair. We comb it through. Again, you will see hair at this point coming out, and you will be like, oh my days, my hair's falling out. And it is not that. It is the same as what we talked about, the hair getting caught in here because it has nowhere to naturally fall now because we've sandwiched it together. This is the hair you're seeing at your appointment coming out as we comb the excess product out of the hair to get you ready for your shampoo. Then we go through, we shampoo the extensions, we'll pop a treatment on them, we then retape, blow dry your hair, and we pop them back in. And it's as simple as that. What else? Common mistakes used by stylists when applying tapes. Either another thing for slipping, and dives into this. If there is too much hair put in between the sandwiches of tapes, they will slip, because there's too much hair and the tape isn't going to cure together. If there is too little hair, that is where we may see some damage, because of the weight of the extension to the amount of hair placed in the extension will cause some problems, and it will pull from the root. But that goes for any extension whatsoever. If they are put in incorrectly, we will see damage. Installed in the right manner, there is no damage caused to the hair. So saying that, some people think it is a systematic thing that all the extensions get put in the same way. No, they don't. Here at Sassy, we go through each consultation, we find out what our desired ultimate goal is, what we are doing, what look we're achieving. Do our clients wear their hair up? Do they wear it down? We colour match. If you're like me and you're a redhead, There's so many different variations of copper, so we then colour match. We will colour your extensions to match your hair perfectly. Same as any hair, the fade of the colour will be even throughout over your 8 weeks before coming back for your maintenance. We can also, for superfine hair girlies like myself that don't have a lot of hair up here and do have curly hair, we can go in and we can modify the tapes. Tapes are generally as wide as this. I myself cannot have a tape put in that height, at that length, at this height. It will be seen. So I go through and I cut my tapes in half to allow just enough coverage for my desired look. I place my tapes in my head, and a lot of my clients who are hair down girls, we go through and we place them on an angle so we get the maximum fall and look of the hair that we are wanting. Good thing about tapes is they can be used as a hybrid method with any other extension, just like any other beads and keratin bonds. We can all work together. We can place tapes in our back area, and then if we are a little bit fine and we don't think that our half tape is going to be satisfactory throughout the front, we go in with a hybrid method and we may put some K-tips or some micro beads or nano beads, whatever we think as a specialist will work best in that hair. It is not a one-stop shop fits all, because that's not how extensions work. We're here to provide the best installation and what we believe is suitable for your lifestyle, because depending if you wear your hair up or you wear it down, if you're a gym girl, you're at the gym, you're sweating, all of these factors come into play in choosing what extensions are best for you. But 9 times out of 10, your tapes in our salon will always be part of your service because we love them. They are a comfortable, flawless, seamless finish. They sit flat to the head. There's no uncomfortable beading. There's really no downtime. When we go in with other types of extensions, because we've had to, manipulate and pull the hair into maybe not its natural fall, and we're putting, quite a bulky thing at the root, it's going to cause some tension, and it can be uncomfortable for the first kind of 24 to 48 hours. But I find with tapes, there is none of that. There is no downtime. There's not me saying to a client, you might want to take a Panadol because it's going to be uncomfortable. There's no, moving the hair when you're asleep, trying to get comfortable, or sleeping on your face because your head's sore from your extensions. Can extensions be coloured? Yes, we can use hot tools. We shampoo and condition as normal, but we do not put any product in the root area. That is the number one thing I think we should take away. We treat them with love. So when we go in and we shampoo, we are spreading our fingers, we're finding where our sandwiches are, and we are just going in gently and giving it some love. We're not in there going ham, because that will cause mats. And like I said before, your maintenance appointment, you're not going to like me very much, or any specialist hairstylist who is removing your extensions. And if there are any other questions you have in relation to tape extensions, pop them in our comment box and I will be sure to get back to you. And I hope this was helpful and answered a few questions that you might feel maybe a stupid question or you should already know the answer to. I hope I could shed some light on tape extensions for you, and I hope to see you in the salon soon. Be good.